Meanwhile, the feeling of jubilation over President Obama's re-election has spilled over to the populace. Many Antiguans and Barbudans who hold dual citizenship with the United States spent Tuesday night awaiting the election results with bated breath. Valerie Harris-Pohl, Executive Secretary in the Office of the Prime Minister, was one such person. The ardent Barack Obama fan was so elated with Obama's re-election that she threw a party in his honor. Tracy Cornelius Hernandez was among the specially invited guests enjoying the festivities.
Several invited guests attended the get-together, one of many held to celebrate President Barack Obama's re-election as President of the United States. Valerie Harris-Pohl explains the rationale behind the festivities.
Well, Tracy, you know that a lot of Antiguans have dual citizenship. I lived in America for 24 years, and I became an American citizen, even though I treasure my Antiguan citizen more than anything else. And in 2008, when Barack Obama ran for the presidency of the United States, I felt that it was so historic that I had to get involved. And I joined up with a Republican friend of mine, who was a good friend of mine in New York, and I tried to convince her to go Democratic. She did, and we joined a chapter in Brooklyn, and I became an agent in Antigua for Obama in terms of raising funds for him. And because the things were so beautiful that they sent me, I decided to create a shrine with just about everything that I got for the elections in 2008. And in 2012, I decided I was going to vote for Barack Obama again. And I did. As you can see, my absentee ballot, I made a copy of it, and it's on the wall.
Harris-Pohl displayed what she describes as a shrine to the man she feels is the embodiment of the late, great Martin Luther King's dream of equality among the races. Many of the guests gave their views on Obama's win.
I'm just glad that Barack Obama got another term, because you can't do everything in one term. You can't do everything in one term. You need another term to complete what you started. And I know when he went in there, he met a deep hole, you know, and he did a lot. He did a lot. Although people are saying that he didn't do this with the economy. I mean to say, the world is going through an economic crisis, the entire world, and I know that Barack tried his best. And I'm glad that he got a second term.
I'm happy that he has achieved success at the polls, but in addition to that, even before the actual election date, I was projecting that Barack Obama would win. And it's because I saw within him the true qualities of a leader. I see that at times when he's rebuked and when he's persecuted, he takes it and he doesn't create more conflict. He behaves in a manner that is becoming.
Well, I hear a lot of talk that, you know, Obama's second term may not do so well for Caribbean people, but I don't believe that. I think once he gets the economy going, we will feel the effects of it here in the Caribbean.
I think we can definitely appreciate the impact that all the economic policies in the U.S. have on us here and have on our visitor arrivals here. So I'm elated that Barack Obama got a second term to put his policies in place, and we hope that since the U.S. is our largest market, we'll be able to reap the benefits of whatever decisions he makes in the U.S. And so I want to congratulate President Obama on behalf of myself, the Tourism Authority, and the rest of the people in Antigua and Barbuda.
I was really impressed with the elections and how it all turned out, particularly all the voters who stood in line for so many hours. They were dedicated, they had a purpose, and they were focused, and I like that in elections, and I hope that we will take part in from that as well and make sure we go out and vote and stay in line.
The American people made the right decision. Looking at the primaries and the presidential debates, he was the sure candidate. He had the people's interest at heart. He understood the American people. He understood the young people of America. He understands that we're all concerned about our future, and not just Americans, but the world in its entirety, because what Americans do affects the rest of us.
Many Antiguan Americans contributed to the historic victory of the first black president to be re-elected.